Edge at 11 starts now.
Strong storms blast through several local communities this evening, including a tornado warning in northern Oakland County. Many towns, including Waterford, watch thunder and lightning light up the night sky. And take a look at this. Drivers on I-69 watched in awe as what appeared to be a funnel cloud loomed in the horizon. There it is. Bill Bowman shot this video earlier this evening near Perry out in Shiawassee County. And tonight, there are reports of damage in that area as well.
That's right. Let's get right to Weather Authority Stephanie Mead with the very latest. Stephanie, this has just about moved through, correct?
Yeah, we do have one more stronger cell right now that's actually approaching the downtown area. But as you mentioned, very active for us here across the state this evening. This cell here down near parts of southern Oakland County, if not approaching the Wayne County area right now. Very, very heavy rain. And we've been hearing thunder here in studio here in Southfield. So this is tracking towards the east southeast. Nothing severe with this, but we could see wind gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour. Some smaller hail with this too. Was being reported out near the Farmington Hills area around a pea-sized hail. So nothing too large in terms of our hail size, but very heavy rain associated with this. We earlier had severe thunderstorm warnings out near western parts of the state. These cells, nothing severe, at least associated with that right now, a bit closer to Grand Rapids. I think as we get through the overnight hours, we should significantly decrease any severe weather threat. We should also quiet down in terms of thunderstorm chances too. And then tomorrow, spotty at best, but I think a lot of us do remain dry. Lows tonight will bottom out in the upper 60s. Scattered storms should diminish overnight. We do have more rain chances though in the extended forecast. We'll time out one coming up here in about 10 minutes or so. Rup and Amy.
Yeah, Stephanie, listening to more thunder as you were giving your forecast. We continue our coverage right now with Fox 2's Dave Kinchin.
Yeah, he's been on the ground with severe weather just rolled through. Dave, what's it looking like now on the roads, and where are you?
Well, you know, we're on Telegraph coming down from the Waterford area. We just passed through Bloomfield Hills, that area, and I'll tell you, just right before we came on, it started to lighten up quite a bit. You can still see it's coming down pretty good, but not like it was moments ago. Finally getting a break. A lot of low-lying areas, some flooding on the main highway there, even through Waterford areas that feel like you're kind of up and more elevated, but you're actually lower. You start to see a lot of that water on the road. State Police, they were monitoring a lot of flooding along the highway, along I-75 there, and we'll get to some of that information. They were talking about flooding in Rose, Holly, and Groveland townships there. They say if you're heading out, be careful. So far, no reports of substantial damage. That's one of the latest tweets from the Michigan State Police 2nd District there. But as we make our way towards Southfield right now, coming down through Telegraph, you can see the rain is still on the road. It's still happening, still coming down, but a lot lighter than it was a short time ago. So certainly that's a good thing. But if you have to go out, definitely be careful. That's the important thing. Reporting live along the highway going down towards Southfield, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News on the Edge.
All right, good advice. Thanks so much, Dave. An exciting Friday night for Detroit Lions fans. Football is back.
The Lions kicked off their preseason at Ford Field, and we are off to a great start. Fox 2's Camila Murray joining us live outside with reaction. Hi, Camille. I see the rain is coming down, but hopefully that's not dampening any spirits.
Definitely not dampening any spirits, and it's not raining too hard here. But let me tell you, that last-minute win of the New York Giants, exactly what fans wanted and needed and predicted.
It's all about the Lions. It's about the blue.
A sea of Honolulu blue Friday night.
Oh yeah! I got football! Woo!
The Detroit Lions versus the New York Giants at Ford Field.
What this is, it's a little bit of fandom to support our home team, Detroit Lions. This is our year, baby!
The first preseason game of 2023.
I definitely think that the Lions are going to do extremely good this season.
And with season tickets sold out for the first time ever at Ford Field.
We're super excited. It's all the expectations of this season.
Everything fits. The coaches, the owner, the right players. It's incredible.
A lot of die-hard fans at Friday night's game.
I'm not on the hype train, but this is it. I'm ready to roll, baby.
And plenty of first-timers.
This is actually most of our first pro football game we've ever been to.
And it's not just the Lions that these fans are excited about. Head coach Dan Campbell is the talk of the town.
Coach Campbell's done a great job. The intensity, the authenticity, fantastic.
He's just real, man. He's kind of what Detroit represents.
If I had a man crush, Dan Campbell. Oh yeah, I said it.
Down the field and get
Okay, so that guy has a blue mustache, right? And I asked him about it, and he said some people actually ask him, how did you grow that? Does it grow in blue? Okay, if that were the case, he would really be a Lions fan on a whole nother level. But he's had season tickets for like 44 years. He's so excited about this. He said this is the year. For now, we are live in downtown Detroit. Camila Mary on The Edge.
Thank you, Camille. Switching gears, breaking news tonight from Detroit's east side, where a young child has been killed in a crash. This was the scene in the area of East McNichols and Van Dyke. A white SUV and a black sedan were involved. We're told the sedan had 3 children inside, and one of them did not survive the crash. Police say a blown tire on the car may have caused that accident.
Just terribly sad there. Well, Detroit police do continue tonight to search for 3 suspects after a shooting of a police officer.
That search coming up empty today. DPD entered a home this afternoon where it was believed a suspect was barricaded inside. But when officers went in, no one was there. It follows the shooting of an officer last night in the area of White Hill and Meringue. Tonight, that wounded police officer is just still recovering.
Take you out to Howell tonight. A tragic story to tell you about there. A 20-year-old Michigan State student shot and killed. His girlfriend finding his body. The victim's father telling Fox 2 his son was a computer engineering major entering his junior year and had just moved some of his belongings into his off-campus apartment in East Lansing. That father now trying to cope with the loss of a child who was shot 6 times.
So he's a very hardworking kid. You know, for this to happen, it's just, I don't know what to say.
To make matters worse, the dad has no insurance and is going through financial struggles. He hopes to get help to help bury his son.
Bottom line is we need peace. We need public trust in the Detroit Police Department. What we need is a neutral body to come in, and I say the U.S. Attorney.
Board of Police Commissioner Ricardo Moore asking the feds to investigate the Detroit Police Department. He sent a letter to the Justice Department, also wanting the board he sits on investigated over a quote, nexus to police corruption. Moore claims the board hasn't gotten data and other information from DPD that they've been asking for, citing the case of a pregnant mom of 2 arrested in front of her children for a carjacking she did not commit. Chief James White has denied that the false arrest was due solely to facial recognition.
You're just picking us up here on Fox 2 News. It's coming to the end of our noon hour. There's a pit maneuver as the police officers stop the vehicle. You can see it's been stopped.
You saw it live right here on Fox 2. That was Lee Thomas calling the shots there. A police chase across Metro Detroit comes to an end in Dexter. Sky Fox followed a stolen Kia Soul from Wayne to Washtenaw County. At one point, the driver topped 100 miles an hour but was forced to slow down after running over some stop sticks. A pit maneuver in Dexter finally brought the chase to an end just before 1 p.m. Officers were seen pulling the suspect out through the window. He was taken to the hospital for a potential overdose but is in stable condition. He was wanted in Ohio on several criminal charges.
Oh, Johan, do not hit me. Oh, they go.
Well, the first of 2 suspects caught after fleeing a police chase has been charged. Destiny James facing a 2-year felony for resisting and obstructing police. She was among 5 suspects who bailed from a chase in Farmington Hills on Tuesday. Police say the vehicle had been stolen from a Stellantis plant last month. Police were able to catch James and a second suspect who is still awaiting charges. 3 others are still on the run tonight.
Well, this footage is just heartbreaking after wildfires rage across Maui, leaving behind a trail of charred remains.
The death toll has risen to 67, but there are fears that number could rise dramatically. Fox's William Lajeunesse with the latest.
The smoke was so black and so thick, we were worried about getting killed.
Blackout smoke, couldn't see.
Captain Lydia Lindermans watched Lahaina Harbor and the boats inside go up in flames.
None of the boats made it out of the harbor.
Pretty sure the harbor is up in flames.
She was aboard her own sailboat when forced to abandon ship.
The Coast Guard saying there was over 100 people in the water.
One of those was Gary Savage.
There was no real route to go north or south or towards the mountains. The only escape once the thing swooped in was to get in the water.
Savage kids jumped into the harbor with others as flames and smoke raced overhead. After 8 hours on a shallow reef, they were rescued. Others were not.
People are found in houses in a huddle, holding each other because the fire surrounded their homes before they could even get out. Nobody had warning.
Questions are being raised why officials did not use the tsunami siren to warn residents when high winds began toppling power poles.
There were no alerts. There was no emergency sounds. They did not sound off the tsunami warnings. We do that every month on the first of the month.
Thursday, officials moved 15,000 tourists off the island to make room for displaced residents. And cadaver dogs arrived from the mainland to determine how many of the 1,000 still unaccounted for can be found.
People lost everything: homes, jobs, their cars, some their pets. There's still people missing.
And because so many volunteered to help, they actually created a shortage on things like Pampers and toiletries and bottled water in some of the stores. So the governor imposed a price freeze on all goods and services on Maui until the end of the month. In Maui, William Lajeunesse, Fox News.
We have some heavier rain approaching the downtown area right now. Nothing severe, but some torrential rainfall with this. Approaching downtown Detroit, we could be seeing wind gusts to upwards of 30 miles per hour alongside smaller hail. Temperatures tonight bottoming out in the upper 60s. Scattered storms, I think, beginning to come to an end for a lot of spots. And then tomorrow, high temperatures topping out in the lower 80s. Spotty shower possible, but we do manage to pick up plenty of dry time through the afternoon with a partly sunny sky.
Good work out there, Stephanie. And it's our obligation when you have warnings like that to be on television to make sure that people are safe. And that's exactly what Stephanie did tonight. Good work as always.
That's right.